Banter fam, happy Wednesday. It's a red day. I know it's tough. It's grinding out there, baby. But we need to stay focused. So we do have a double-digit red day happening at the moment. Quite interesting to see Phantom over here. I know Sonic launched, and that's looking pretty good at the moment. But I'm here to speak to you guys about a trap. And you've got to be very careful about not wanting to panic out or even doubt crypto at this point. And I want to paint two big scenarios for you guys today. One is, wait. Let's actually pay attention here. Does Bitcoin want to go to $80,000, right? That's the big question. We do have liquidity there. We do have CME gap sitting lower down. That is one big scenario we must talk about. And I do see a temporary bounce that's going to happen possibly before that, okay, that we'll be able to exit some of our portfolio if we do get these major signs. But until then, there is a trap that is currently forming. And this is something that's going to get a lot of people to panic out within crypto. And again, we have seen exactly these times before the mega pumps actually become. Now, the big scenario was, or the big thing was Bitcoin not breaking 102,000, right? So today, I want to show you that a higher low here is very important. And if so, we are still very likely for a very massive January. If not, I want to speak about the scenario about a red January and what that looks like for the rest of Q1, okay? This does not take away the bull market. This is basically telling you if this is a longer term correction, okay, or if it was a midterm correction. If it's a longer term correction, it's something that can last another couple of weeks, right? And what that means after that is the pump will last 6 months after that. So there is a massive pro from that. But if it's a midterm correction, we are very near the end right now, and this is a major trap. So I want to make sure that you don't lose confidence now. You don't sit here and be worried, okay? Plus, I think the computer's going to work today, okay? It's my last time with this computer. I have the new one here next to me, and I said, please let me do one more stream with my computer. This is the stream. This is the computer that got me at Banter, the one that got me to all my streams. The one that goes, so I got a little bit of love for this computer. So hopefully it holds up just for this stream. Okay, but I want to show you guys how I have that $50,000 deployed as well into the new AI sections. I'm buying, guys. Not only am I buying, there's portfolios where I don't even have any more cash. I'm busy doing stuff right now, and I'm preparing for bull. Okay, this is a time to stay focused and not sit here and allow the noise and all the redness to get to your damn head. Okay, we have a big year ahead of us. Stay the whole damn focused, and let's have a good show. No more wasting time. Let's find my intro video. I think my computer's going to work. Is it? Is it going to work? Guys, pray. Hit that like button. I think like buttons will get the computer to work. Okay, most of the time. Let's go.
I try and help everyone in my space, and this is what I get. I try and fight the devils, but inside I'm just like sniper. Welcome to Sheldon Show.
And to family, branch the channel, hit the subscribe button. Guys, who's feeling terrible out there? Say yes or pop a one in the chat. One in the chat, you're feeling not good right now. Maybe you're losing money. Maybe you're struggling at this point. Let me know, because this market does have a very strong point of, demotivating you at times. Okay. And again, you just got to look back and realize that crypto is 100% built off of an emotional cycle. So if you're feeling very demotivated right now, there are millions of people feeling very demotivated in crypto right now. And just know that the market is meant to do that, right? The market is there to demotivate at different times. It is crazy that every time the market has been at these demotivating stages, I guarantee you, when the market pumps again, you'll see Michael Saylor bought, and this happens. Michael Saylor always posts that he bought a couple of days later. You'll see that who bought in the next 2-3 weeks, right? And you'll realize that we're in a very big game here, where the difference between whales and difference between big people within crypto and those who've made a lot of money within crypto before, it's just the mentality, right? The mentality of when they're buying, when they're adding through, and when they don't stop paying attention to within the market. And then you'll see the other side of things within retail, and I call them shrimps and fish. You'll see how quickly they start to flake, right? We can already see, I think I'm down to 60,000 views per show. I do think people are coming back from holidays, but you could see how quickly from 80,000, 60,000, how people can, just over 2 weeks of maybe redness and losing a little bit of focus, how quickly they're gone. And this is realistically why 10% of the planet are rich and 90% are not rich, right? It's the mental game of staying alive within these spaces. And just know that this is not just you sitting over that's being demotivated right now. This is what the whole market is feeling. And this is what it's meant to feel, right? At these specific points, which means it's the number one time to stay focused within this market and not get yourself shaken out. And the way you do that is the first thing you need to do today. You need to change your mindset. And the first way to change your mindset is stop thinking to be rich by next month. You are going to be rich in 9 to 12 months. Okay. By thinking like that, you're not going to give a crap. You will get through this patch. You will get through this little red patch now. You'll get through any losses you've been through now because you're planning to be rich in 12 months. Okay, the moment that you're going to put so much pressure on your damn self and be worried about a short-term loss, guys, I can't sit here and drive myself nuts. Okay, that my account now from 800,000 yesterday is now sitting on. Let's go have a look. Okay, is now sitting on. No, it's futures. Okay, around 600,000. So let's go here to my futures and let's pop into futures. Okay, I can't sit here now have my whole damn mindset destroyed and everything finished. Why? Because my ultimate goal from these positions over here, I'm on $604,000, right? My ultimate here is I'm getting this to $1.8 million, right? That is my goal. Now, it's not like the market has pumped and I've missed it, right? It's not about that this market's moved now and I haven't made the money. As long as I am not quitting and I'm busy building and fixing my positions on red days and things like that, I'm going to make my $1.8 million, right? That's my goal from where I want to get from over here. The moment that I put pressure on that I must make 1.8 million by next week, okay, now the market's not giving it to me right now, that's going to basically set me up for failure, right? You're going to make a lot of money and life-changing money within 6 to 12 months. So these dips in between here are a little bit of that day to firstly stay in the game, to get yourself a little bit smarter, to fix something, and to take a bunch of lessons so that you don't do the same sort of repetitions the next time. Other than that, you should not be demotivated today. You should not, if you're upset that you lost money, you're thinking short term. Stop thinking short term. Short term is what is a trap and it's a lie. When everyone tells you that you can be rich overnight and things like that, it's a lie. But will you be rich in 12 months? 100%. Will you be successful and smarter and become a money machine? 100%. Okay, and it's going to take the pressure off the damn red days when you take those damn losses. And I don't care if it's 99% loss or 20% loss, you can come back from anything and you can build from anything. So shift that damn mindset today. Let's focus on the market right now, okay? And don't quit and don't give up and don't be demotivated and don't be worried about nothing. Bitcoin is still sitting above $90,000. Okay, we are in the best industry in the world. AI has just walked its way through into crypto, and it has to be built on crypto. I don't know if you see, but all the future within the world needs crypto, baby. Okay, and right now you have a lot going on in the world that is keeping the markets uncertain. Right? We had Powell come out and drop bombs on us a couple of weeks ago, and 2 weeks before that, he pumped the shit out of Bitcoin. Okay, we have a very confused stock market, very crazy elections. This person's coming in, this is happening, all these things going on. That's why 12 months is the perfect parameter and the vision for you to achieve all of this and not get trapped within. The world's confused, but I guarantee you this. When Bitcoin starts to break that 110, and when it's 130 and 150, no one will remember a single bit of these days. No one will remember a single bit of this negativity and the redness and all of these sort of things. Okay? People get flaked out in these red times, and when the green times come, it is all gone. You are not going to think like that. You're going to upgrade within these red times. You're going to understand that you are here when everyone runs away and everyone flakes off without a crypto. You are already getting a first step right. So if you are here today thinking that you've lost money and that you're not doing well in crypto, you are lying to yourself because you are still here. Okay, where 30% of people are not here anymore, you are still here. You are already starting to win the game and you don't even know it. Okay, and that's the important thing, to pat your damn self on the back today. Stop worrying about how we're going to make money by Monday. Okay, I know there's pressure. I know people need money in this world. Trust me, I know that. Okay, but you need to stop trying to solve short-term solutions and you need to solve the big solution. And the big solution is to be financially free for life. Okay, by taking away a problem for next week is not going to solve how you're going to damn retire in the next 10 years. Okay, but by staying in this game and building in this time, and somehow the world will allow you to get through what you're going to get through next week, and building the bigger vision, you're going to change something for the rest of your damn life as well as your next family's lives. Can I have yeses and likes in the chat, please? Because this is the time where I rise, baby. I rise in red. I get stronger in red. I get even more motivated in red. Okay, this is where we come back strong. Okay, Lettuce hands will get wrecked. They won't get wrecked. They just won't get to their goals in life. You cannot allow a punch to let you down and quit. You cannot do it. Okay? It's not worth it, baby. So, yes, I am down $200,000 today. Okay? Maybe must I quit, Matt? Must I stop YouTube now? No more YouTube from Sheldon anymore. No, I'm going to do double the shows now. Okay, so let's go. So here, yes, I'll speak about this in a sec. So guys, let's go through a couple of things. So the first thing is, let's quickly zoom out. Okay, and let's quickly speak about a few scenarios. So the big concern with Bitcoin at the moment, okay, and this is the big thing that we have to face reality today. As much as I want the market to go up, and trust me, there is still a big scenario that this is all a big trap. okay, and the markets will be up very soon, right? The markets are actually very ready now to start bouncing, and I do definitely think it's a bounce, but we do have to face reality now and look at the higher time frames now and say, okay, what is really happening here? Okay, is this a higher time frame correction? Because what we are getting on the high time frame now, over the last 3 or 4 weeks, right, we're getting a slowdown on the high time frame. And you basically had Bitcoin top out at 108,000. But you got to remember that before that, it did come from obviously 51,000. You have to remember that, right? A lot of people that are watching the show, that have come into crypto, you guys only all joined here around the $80,000, $90,000 zone. But you got to understand, before that, we came from 52,000. Guys, it is hot in here. I'm cooking, baby. Can you put that thing on extra boost there, please? Okay, you got to remember that we have come from $50,000 in one straight push to the upside to where we are right now. So now the question is, okay, are we going to have a higher time frame correction? Because what we have here is we have the weekly stochastic RSI sitting in the middle. Okay, and what this now has is two options, right? We are either at this point now where from here, markets are ready to push again. Very similar to what we saw at these times over here. RSI makes its way down, not to the full oversold, and we get going, right? Or are we going to have a full correction? Which means that this likeliness of a massive bullish January starts to disappear, okay? And it actually turns to a massive bullish February. Now, a lot of people won't stand and handle that well, and they probably start fleeing the ships very quickly, right? Things are not right, these sort of things, okay? Again, I want to show you the two scenarios and why it will actually be a massive pro if we do decide to go that. However, I also want to make money right now, right? And that sort of thing. But if that does happen, guys, this is showing us that we still got 3 to 4 weeks of this RSI going down. Now, this does not mean that the market will just go down. It means it will continue to be slow like it is right now, okay? Where every time we pump, it will be fake. And every time we do this, it'll do this. Remember this stage over here? I don't think it'll be anywhere as big as this stage, but it can definitely be like that piece over there, right? Where this market decides to do this, in that time, RSI goes down. The pro of that means that RSI will then from there need to go up, and that could be a pump for at least 3 months straight to the upside, right? Which means that your entries will be absolutely incredible, very similar to what we saw over here. Okay, you could see the last time we were there, look at the entries that were available, look what happened, look how much gains were made when that happens, okay, over there as well. Okay, so it does have a pro, but it does mean that, hey, this market might want to actually go a little bit sideways or a little bit more down over January and actually trap the rest of the market. Now, a couple of reasons why maybe that could happen is because a lot of people are expecting a very bullish January, right? I don't like to put myself in a category with other people because I've been saying this for a long time, right? I drew that drawing a long time ago that I think January is going to be a big month for altcoins. Okay, and I'm very, very, very certain that Bitcoin dominance is going to tank really hard. And I actually think AI agents is going to be one of the catalysts for that. Okay, I think the stuff that's going to be built on Solana and ETH and Based and all these things are going to create a lot of hype within alts. And I think that dominance is going to tank down really hard. But I'm not going to categorize myself as everyone else that's been bullish in this sort of Jan. But the real fact of it is everyone's been bullish in Jan. I look at Twitter, everyone's saying January, alt season, alt season, alt season, alt season. So what will the market do, right? Market delays alt season for 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. What does that do? It makes everyone doubt, makes everyone say, okay, bull market closed, everything finished, and flips the entire mindset of the market. And after that, rocket ships happen again, right? So that is maybe a major reason, as a lot of people have been expecting this. And right now, this has thrown a little curveball. A lot of people are now sitting and saying, is Bitcoin's top in? Are these things all happening, right? All these different things are coming on very much over here as well. Thank you, Glenn. Tell everyone to keep on pushing. Exactly. Okay, so that's what it looks like over there. I go to another chart, right? And I look at the USDT dominance chart. And I'm like, this thing is still very bearish. Okay, so it has had a little bounce, but I want to show you this over here. This is still very bearish. And what this for me is, this was a very key trend line that we broke, a couple of weeks back. I think it was 4 weeks back when we're still ripping and everything was so amazing, right? But this chart is indicating the opposite. It's basically telling me in this, okay, yes, we do have that RSI and Bitcoin sitting there, but this specific token, if you may call it, let's see if I'm still there. There we go. This specific token, okay, is actually very bearish. If I was going to buy a coin or chart a coin or anything like that, and I see a coin like this, I'm quite bearish on it, right? This thing is telling me that this area over here is the rejection zone. And any little bounces that are going into the zone is fake, okay, for as long as we stay below that trend line. And if we reject this trend, just below this green box is a massive short squeeze. This chart is still telling me that on the weekly that this is a trap right now. We will know shortly. And again, I will show you the next zoomed in midterm charts to know, okay, Sheldon, are we going to 80 now or are we not, right? I'll give you the tools that you need to identify that and as the charts start to play out. But this one is reminding you on the bigger picture, okay, don't get shaken out right now. We have made a lot of progress. We broke a trend that came all the way from 2021 within this. Was stable this here. Remember, as long as USDT dominance is going down, these people are flying out of dollars and going into crypto. Okay, it's telling you to stay bullish. It's telling you to stay focused and stay within the game. Do not get shaken out, right? So from here, you could see here that if we don't get above there, this thing's telling you there. And we could see where the short squeeze is, where the market's going to pump is through two major areas over here. Next thing as well is quickly the altcoins. Altcoins are still sitting sideways over here, and we're actually building a bit of a weekly flag. Right? So what this has now given us, especially the rejection from yesterday, okay, is it's actually given us a major trend line. And this is going to be a big trigger for you. So you see this now weekly trend line. There we go. That's our weekly trend line. We start to break this trend, alts are ready to go. Until then, it's basically saying that, hey, this could do this for a little while. Okay, and it might even want to dip in a little bit lower. And I'll speak about that now in a sec. Now, again, going back to Bitcoin, just before I go into the shorter time frames, if we do decide to do this, guys, it is going to be a little bit more scary, but I'm going to show you how we're going to prepare for it. I'm going to show you that I'm expecting the market to have a short-term bounce in the next day. I think the market bounces today pretty hard. Okay, and if we don't get where we need to get, we're going to exit a part of our portfolio. Okay, and I'm going to start exiting a bunch of my positions into cash so that I can buy here. Okay, so we are going to take advantage if it goes there. But if it does decide to go down to these zones, you can look at a $80,000 Bitcoin. Okay, but what that results in after that, again, is this over here, right? Is the next push, because we now know, and I've given you guys the areas that my next target for Bitcoin is $125,000 to $130,000. That's why I expect to next, right? The next major area is to move over there. And the question is now, does it want to correct first before it gets there, or is it ready to go? Okay, but nonetheless, that is what the market is preparing for, $130,000. That's the next major areas over there as well. Okay, so again, I'm giving you, we will have an exit signal to bank some cash to buy lower if that happens. Okay, but just know that if that happens over there, that next pump will last 3 to 6 months. Okay, and you'll have entries. I guarantee if the market goes down over here, another 50% of crypto are not interested in crypto anymore. And you're going to be in a very small pond of people that are still left in crypto. And you're going to be the one that's going to be way richer than the rest of the market, right? Okay, so let's jump into a couple of scenarios. So I'm going to firstly speak about the trap on Bitcoin. I think this is a trap, right? A couple of things. I'm seeing bull divergence forming on a bunch of these RSIs here. What does that mean? I've got higher lows forming on the chart here on lows, and I've got lower lows forming over here, telling me that this is a bit of a trap dump that's happening because it's happening so fast, catching the market off of guard. Okay, probably liquidating a bunch of people, probably getting a lot of people stopped out, probably wrecking a lot of people. Okay, and it is there to do that intention, right? It is there to basically flush out a bunch of leverage. Then after this, it'll be absorbed very quickly. So when you tend to have bullish divergences, when you have an RSI that is showing you opposite from the chart, it's telling you that it's going to be reversed very quickly. And you can see my tile today. My tile shows you red, 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 and one fat green candle, right? If the bullish divergence plays out, all of this redness will be absorbed by 2 green candles. It'll be gone, right? Because something that just goes in a straight line like this does not last long. Something that does the slow bleed lasts, that's real, right? But when it just does this, it can be fake many times. And the RSI is telling you to be aware of that. The next thing that's also telling you over here is you do have the 4-hour. Just clear this up over here. You do have the 4-hour and you have the 8-hour stochastic RSIs that are at the bottom. So it's telling you a midterm bounce is coming. Now, what's very important to understand is the two scenarios that are about to play out on Bitcoin. The first scenario is this one over here. So we were here yesterday, and I did say, guys, I was bullish 100%, okay? And I'm still bullish for as long as we hold this box, and I'll explain why in a sec, okay? But I did say that the 0.618 is very important for us to get through, okay? And that's big resistance. So it is very clear right now that $102,000 resistance on Bitcoin, and it shorts $102,000 to $108,000. That price is going to increase, and altcoin prices. Is this just the signal? Okay, that's where prices and altcoin prices will increase very quickly once we break those zones. So what the first scenario, which is the trap scenario here, is this drop that we are seeing now. All that we are looking for is a higher low. Okay, three zones. I'm going to show you where there is support on Bitcoin bounce. Right? But a higher over here is bullish because we have had the big drop off that in came. Then we had the little pump, and I've spoken to you guys about W patterns before, where I basically tell you that the first pump sometimes is fake. Okay, and then what happens after there is we look for a higher low, and then the real volume comes in because a lot of this wasn't real volume that needed for it to get to all-time highs, right? So it would fake, and then the volume came in. You're losing me again. Okay, yeah, I'm a bit patchy. Sorry, guys. But it's my last time on this computer. Just let me have my day, okay? But nonetheless, this is that fakeish little pump. Volume comes in, wipes it out, and then the real volume comes in, the buying power. So what you look for here is a higher low. Then what you also have is the previous high over here. Now, what's very important, guys, is for us on this bounce now, the next bounce we're looking at is for us to break that high. If we don't break that high, we are going to be exiting a bunch into cash. Okay, which means that if we are not breaking that high, 5 to 7 days from now, okay, I'm going to be exiting and going at least 50% into cash with my portfolios and prepare for the downside move. And I'll show you how that looks in a second, right? But for now, the higher low is what we're looking for within play. And there is a short squeeze that happens from this high over here to that one over there. And that's why it's important for us to stay involved in the game over here. And that is where we're going to be making our money. So now if I go back over here to the Bitcoin chart, this is, you have 3 lines of support. So the first one is the big one that we are right now. And there's nothing stopping Bitcoin from bouncing right now and actually going back to the highs, right? Because it's on 618. So remember, this came down sharp and aggressive, but you got to understand what happened before that. What happened before that was we had that, and that's what Bitcoin looks like right now. Okay, so before everyone goes and panics and gets worried, that's what Bitcoin looks like now. That has done now in the last week, right? It's had a strong pump up, and now it's had that rejection. Now we are sitting at the big 618, okay? And we have RSIs at the bottom. So what I'm expecting from this area, I have 3 bounce zones, okay? Because this pattern over here works in 3 ways. Okay, let's go here. You either bounce on the 618, you either bounce 786, or you double bottom. So we can even go all the way back down to $93, okay, and still be bullish. Okay, but this is what we're looking for on this higher low position over here. And what that looks like on Bitcoin is we've got a bounce zone right now at $95,000. We have 93 and we have 91. Then what I'm expecting to happen is from here is we start to make our way up. If we get here, guys, and we start losing trends and we're starting rates to come down, we are exit into some cash, because then there is another scenario that's going to play out, and I'll show you that in a sec, right? But for as long as it holds this, there is nothing stopping from here, or from here, that this market gets back to the tops again. And where the market will really accelerate is once it gets through that major area, top area over there, the short squeeze zones. Now let's speak about not getting a higher high. What does that result within Bitcoin? This is what it looks like, okay? This looks like a pattern. And let me just move this over so I can explain it to you guys and show you again. Just hold on. Okay, cool. So let's zoom out here and show you guys what this looks like. Now, guys, in crypto, the way it basically works is you usually get a 3 wave to the upside and a correction wave to the downside. That's the problem where Bitcoin's at right now. Because Bitcoin never broke that 618, that important $102,000, this might be a correction on Bitcoin. And this might be an early warning sign for us that Bitcoin wants to go to the 80,000s. And why I'm saying that is because what usually happens on the upside is you have 3 major pumps to the upside, right? And it can look like that. It can look like this. Okay, it can even look like this, right? In that sort of sense. But you get 3 waves to the upside, and this is known as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and it's a very simple Elliott wave sort of thing. And then what you have, okay, is a correction. Now, an impulse wave means a strong wave in one direction, strong momentum, right? Where things just go, they don't pull back much, they just pump. And then you have a correction, which is something known as an ABC. I understand this, but I want to show you this so you can kind of get what I'm saying. Okay, ABC is when that token wants to slow down or pull back. And what it will do is A, B, C. And then what will happen after that again is it will start again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then A, B, C. So the problem that we have with Bitcoin right now is it might be at B and we have not seen C just yet. That's the problem. Okay. This might actually be where we are thinking it's an impulse wave on Bitcoin. It might actually be a correction wave. And that's where it's catching the market off guard right now. Okay. Maybe we are bullish just 2 weeks too early. That's the problem. That's what's going to catch everyone off guard, because it's going to allow everyone to deploy now. They're going to go into a lot of regret, everything, okay, capitalize over these, and 2 weeks later, the market explodes. How many times, guys, have you bought the market and only 2 weeks later, once you were wrecked at a pump, right? Because sometimes we're just a little bit too early, right? And that's just the difference between knowing an impulse and knowing a correction, right? So going back over here, now we jump back in over here and we go back to the Bitcoin price. That is what a correction looks like. Okay, the way we determine that is if we don't get through that 618. If we don't get through that 618 and we lose the bottom, it is a correction wave. Okay, so what that looks like on Bitcoin right now is, hey, maybe that's the problem, right? We are just a little too early. Now, I'm not talking a lot. I'm talking by the 20th of Jan, baby. I'm not talking about two. We might just be that important for us to stay in the game right now, right? And not likes for laptop over there at the moment. Okay, so if this plays out, guys, if this plays out, then we're going to go to the main 618, which is basically a retracement from this big wave we made on Bitcoin. And that results in an $84,000 to $86,000 Bitcoin, okay, which is quite scary, because if that happens, you know, and ETH is at 3.3 now. Does that mean ETH's going to go to 2.7? Does that mean ETH's going to go to 2.8? There are these possibilities if this plays out over here. However, we need to play it and we need to be smart for it too. We need to know that there's a temporary bounce coming within crypto, okay? And in this thing, if we do not see the bullish momentum that we need, we must have cash to buy that. We must be prepared to buy that, and we will, as a community, be prepared to buy that. We might even open some shorts to short the damn bad boy down and make a bunch of cash on the way down, okay? But that's what it looks like. Now, what that looks like on a higher time frame view over here, okay, is it looks like this. This is what it looks like on Bitcoin, okay? So I just want to show you the waves so that you can see it, okay? Do you see how you have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You see the waves. Then it's A, B, C. That is what we are looking for over here at the moment. And the only thing that is going to determine that is a lower low. That's the only thing that's going to determine those major things. And a higher low is what I was speaking about previously over here. So to narrow it down with Bitcoin before I jump into the altcoins, and to that, I see a bounce now between 95, 93 is my main zone. There maybe is a scenario of 91. Okay, but I see a bounce first before we go into the 80s. If we don't get past $100,000 to $101,000 again by early next week, we'll bank some cash and we're getting ready for 80,000. Okay, we'll be fine. We'll have money and we'll get ready to take advantage. Altcoins, guys, altcoins still have 2 big supports below it right now. So if you want to get bearish on altcoins right now, I think you're making a massive mistake. You only get bearish, okay, on pumps. You don't get bearish on dumps. That's not how it works, right? So what you have here is you got 2 waves on altcoins. You got this one. That's what altcoins look like right now. Okay, and you got the bigger wave as well. Both of them are indicating that the first one, the little one, here is 618. It is a bullish Fibonacci level and a bullish zone plus RSIs at the bottom. So they support, and altcoins can bounce right here, right now, right? And there is one a little bit lower over here too. And that's indicating if Bitcoin wants to go to 93,000. So I'm seeing 100%, I'm seeing a bounce before, if there is the big drop that's going to income over there as well, we will be prepared for. You guys know me now. You know I'm here too. If I detect massive drops or big sort of things, you know I'm going to be very much banking money and making sure that we're not losing money, right? I'm very much about that, the cycle, okay? So there is 2 big supports on total 3. And the Bitcoin dominance still going a little bit up, not fully aggressively, but it's about to possibly put in its 3rd lower high. There is a tanking dominance coming in any moment. Okay, so the fact that Bitcoin's coming into support, also at support, dominance is at resistance, it's crazy for me to turn bearish right now. However, once we've bounced and we've pumped for 2-3 days and we're not where we need to get, then I'll turn bearish. Okay, what that looks like on alts, they did drop a little bit lower, okay, than yesterday. And again, that's why it was resulted. I'm sitting on a 600K, not 800K portfolio. But we're on 618 on ETH, right? We look at Solana, we're on 618 on Solana. Okay, we look at Near Protocol, we're on 618 on Near Protocol. The one coin that is getting absolutely wrecked right now is Thorchain. Okay, this thing's going to go down to 3.5. I don't have any more money, but I'll try and make a plan to get more. I'm holding my positions for now because I'll only take off a little bit on an upside. Thorchain is looking a bit terrible. Okay, Dogecoin's looking phenomenal. Injective's looking not too bad. Injective's not even at 618 yet. Okay, Cardano's looking very bullish. Okay, so we're not fully in those zones over there just yet. So again, if you look at this on ADA, that's bullish, guys. That's not bearish. Look at it on Dogecoin. It's not bad, right? Of where we are right now, okay, at the moment. But again, if we don't get where we need to get over here, this could easily do that. And that's what I want to prepare us for over there at the moment. So for now, definitely up. Now let's speak about a couple of other things. I want to speak about a couple of tokens as well that I'm getting into. So what I'm doing on this dump in specific is I'm excited to get into a new narrative as well. So I'm getting a little bit into AI at this point, and I'm basically opening up a 5% trading portfolio of what I had previously. So I got the 600, it was 800 yesterday, and I opened up a $50,000 account. Okay, and I'm going to trade this, guys. I'm not investing this. I'm trading it. I'm going to trade them up. I'm going to be taking profits on this, but I want to go a little bit more DJ, and I want to go a little bit more smaller market caps. I want to go a little bit more into the AI sort of space. Okay, and I'm going to take a strategy, and my strategy is to get my 50,000 to 150,000 first. Okay, but my ultimate goal is to get it to $1 million. So I want to try to get 50 to $1 million. But you never just think about the $1 million. You think about your steps to get there. My first step is to get to $150,000. That's my first major step. So what I've done is I've taken a $50,000 account and I started deploying into a couple of AI tokens. I have a very phenomenal guy and team. Obviously we've got Bruce and we've got a lot of guys in 𝗦𝗡𝗪𝗏 itself. We've got a guy 𝗘𝗬𝗕𝗏 as well, which is incredible within these things, and he's been helping me a lot when it comes to the fundamentals of these tokens and things like that. But I want to show you guys a couple of tokens that I've been getting into. So the one, and here they are over here. So I've deployed a Maxi account. I deployed it yesterday as my computer crashed, okay, at $50,000. It's now at $47,000 after a crash, which is really showing you that there's some strength within these tokens. Because I bought this yesterday, by the way, over here. So that's not a big loss at all, considering what the market's done. This is only spot. There's not leverage over here as well. The first token that I've gotten into is a smaller market cap. I honestly believe, so my goal with this token, okay, is I do believe it's a 10x token. I do think it can 10x in value. Okay, however, the moment it's doubled, I'm taking my money at my initial capital out. Okay, so a lot of these positions over here, they are smaller. Okay, not all of them are small. Some of them are in the hundreds of millions up to billions. So not all of them are tiny market caps. Okay, but within this, I have a couple of 10x gems that I think are going to do amazing. Okay, but what I'm doing in specific is as my money doubles, I'm taking my initial capital out. Okay, so that I can have more capital for the next one. And every week I'll be having new tokens. So the first one here is called 𝗬𝗎𝗍𝗓. Okay, it's around a $16 million market cap. And I want to show you guys recently just launched. Okay, and this is the token over here. It's more or less at my entry price over here. Okay, and it's one of my bigger positions. And what I'm seeing with this token is, firstly, again, I'm invested within this token. Okay, but secondly, within this, I'm seeing good strength, right? And for me, I'm seeing a push up to around the 4-cent mark, where I'm going to be taking my initial capital out. Okay, so I'm slowly loading up over here. It is holding incredibly well on a market that is going down. Okay, at the moment. Okay, and this is where I've been buying in these zones between the 1.5 or 1.4 and the 1.6. From here, I'm looking at a push up to these zones, then a settle, and then a continuation. But this zone over here, I'm going to be taking my initial capital out and get ready next to open the next one. But on the high time frame with this token, okay, and again, you get this on Maxi, guys, Maxi. But on the high time frame, I think this is a 10x. I think it's a $200 to $250 million market cap token, sitting on 16 now. Okay, so the moment that I can get my initial capital back, I'll take my money out and I'll leave it to continue, right? The next one's over here is one is called Zently, which is a gaming token. Love them to bits. So this portfolio is very much between a couple of new tokens coming out, but very much AI and gaming, right? These are the ones that I'm very much paying attention to. The next one over here is Zently. Okay, this token has been doing well. Okay, however, it's on the verge on this next push up here to break 618. When a token breaks 618 on the weekly, it goes to something called 1.618. Okay, and that there again is double my money, right? Which is it's exactly at the 7-cent mark. And when it gets to that zone, I take my initial capital out. I think this token can 5 to 8x within the cycle. In the gaming space, love them to bits. So Zently is the next one. Then I have a couple of AI tokens. They're a little bit bigger market caps right now. Okay, the one is called Humans AI. Been doing really well. Okay, but I like where it's at. I love where this token's at on the chart. Remember, I'm charting these tokens. I'm not just them. I like charts, right? Charts are my thing. I love where this token's at because there is a massive short squeeze that's ahead of this thing. So I want to show you this over here. Look at this on the weekly, right? So I want to go in here. First thing I want to show you is look at the volume, right? There is volume coming into this token and there's interest coming to this token, right? The second thing is, look how it has broken the 618 on the weekly, which is good. But on the break of this high here, I'm looking at a push up to the major 618, which is sitting at the 12 to 13 cent mark. That's a 3 to a 4x from where we are now. However, the moment it doubles, I'm taking my initial capital out. Okay, so Heart AI, it's Humans AI is a token that I'm in. Then here's another one. Okay, which is a zone. I wonder why these weekly ones look so weird. Just want to show you guys over here, a little bit newer as well, is 𝗕𝗢𝗕𝗓𝗓. Okay, another token that I'm in. I like where it's at right now. Reason being is because it's straight on 618. There's the 618 to 786. Let me just show you. There we go. Okay, left-hand side, support. So there's your big support zone. I also like that it broke trend. Again, these are fundamentally back from my Sniper Club team. There we go, straight in the zone over there as well. So this is another token that I'm in. And then the last one I'm in as well is 𝗠𝗘. Okay, this one is also looking amazing on this time frame. The moment it breaks the 0.618, I'm looking at a $1.4 over here as well. But again, as it gets to 80 cents, I will take my initial capital out. So I want to show you guys what this looks like in the portfolio. That's what it looks like. I'm a little bit more on the 𝗬𝗢𝗕𝗏𝗘 side right now. Okay, however, again, I'm taking my capital out once this one doubles. I'm a bit more bullish on this one. Market cap's a bit smaller. When the market starts to rise up again, I think this is going to be an absolute beast. Okay, and then I'm going to be taking my initial capital out and allowing the rest to ride for the major cycles. Guys, this portfolio is not done. There is another 3 to 4 tokens coming tomorrow, and there is more coming within this week. This is the start of it. I'm going to show you how I'm going to be getting out of these, getting into others, but these are the 5 that I'm in for now. I'm deployed, and I'm sitting at $47,000. Guys, love you lots. Remember, if you're looking for exchange accounts, sign up with CoinW. Use my link below in the description. You can get $350 for nothing, right? Sign up, you get $50. Okay, you get if you deposit $100, you get another $100. Okay, and if you take a trade, you get $200 over there as well. They do payouts on Monday. However, they've updated us that they're looking to do every 24 hours over there as well. And remember, you can also sign up with 𝗬𝗥𝗡, Bybits, BitGet, any of the exchange links below. Love you guys lots. See you all tomorrow. Just keep your heads up high. Goodbye.